Okay, steps 1 and 2. Battery. There's some kind of gas in the tank. It smells, but we'll see what happens. Step 3. Will it turn over? So it should kind of be in neutral there. Let's just see. Does the throttle move? Yes, it does. Well, let me think here. Yeah, that would be idle that way. Okay. So let's see. Will it turn? Negative. This battery has a little bit of juice in it. I won't say it's the best battery, but it should at least give us something. Nothing. Is the key switch hooked up? Yes. You know, I just realized this thing has an hour meter. Huh. It's only got 532 hours on it. Well, kind of surprised on the won't do nothing part of the equation, but it's possible. Well, let me make sure all these wires are hooked up and I'll go from there. It's very possible this fuse could be corroded, or the 3 butt connectors that are in it. So let me monkey around a little bit more. Okay, no crank, no start. Test. Ooh, crank slowly. It's actually more than I got before I turned the camera on. So, I'm wondering if this battery isn't just toast. Let me go get my jump box and throw it on here. I thought this was a good battery, but I could be wrong. There's only 3 other ones to choose from. Son of a beach biscuit. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but the hour meter's clicking. Hopefully you guys can hear that, I don't know. Let's try it with the key switch now, just for curiosity. No. Okay. Let me throw the jump box on here and I'll turn you guys back on. Okay, jump box is on. I'm not going to say this jump box is not amazing, but it'll definitely tell me if this starter is okay or not. Hopefully. Oh. I would say the solenoid is junk because it clicked in once. Okay, let me try going direct like so and see what happens here. Nothing. Either my jump box is toast and this battery. There's the potential if we don't have a good ground, maybe. So, this is one of these starters that don't have any good place to ground to. Just see if this makes a difference. No. Offhand, I'm going to say this starter is L-toasted, but this jump box is not much better than that, so let me dink around with this a little bit, see if I can get this sucker to crank over. It's taking juice. She sure ain't a-turning. Okay, let me make sure the motor turns over, and etc. But turn this off because that's annoying. See if I can get it to crank over, and then we'll go from there. See here where we end up. Okay, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this on camera, but let me see if I can get it to do it. But anyhow, this starter shaft is, there's like a 1/4 inch of play in here, so this starter is toast. So I'm going to pull this off, and I'm pretty sure I have a spare one somewhere. Unless I stuck that on something else. It's possible. I'll look around and see if I got another starter. I think I should. Alrighty guys, before I go any further, I just want to try and show you guys the starter. Hopefully you guys can see it and I'm not jerking too much, but somebody been monkeying with this thing. And if you look, the Bendix is actually 8 off, right there at the bottom. I think you guys can see the grooves there and where it's 8. Quite interesting. So, now let's see what it does if we manually jump it. I don't have a key on, but... So the solenoid is crap. Oh, it started spinning once. Okay, let's try it. Totally manually. Just do it off of the jump box. You guys are having a good day here as I manually hook this up. Alright, see what happens now. Okay. And I know this starter is good. I'm just going to say the batteries I have here are weak. Like I said, this jump box is not stellar by any means. And this battery on here very well might be part crapola by itself. So, now with that being said, if I go like this, it's like I got too weak of a battery. Okay, hold on, let me go get a better battery or big charger or both. Hold on. Okay, I got 50 amp tour now, plus the jump box, plus whatever this battery is. I thought that, like I said, I thought this was all decent, but who knows. Well, let me see if I can't roll this thing over manually, because it was spinning by hand whenever I spun it over at the auction, but that was at the auction. Let me see what's going on here. Can't really get to the flywheel too easy, per usual. Okay, shut this back off, because this will annoy the crap out of me. Hear that tinging by my head. Okay, let me just try and work this thing back and forth and see what happens. Okay, I figured something interesting out. The debris scraper here was actually bent, so it was hitting the screw right here, and it wouldn't turn the whole way over. Now I have since rectified that situation, and turns over, and even has some compression. Now there, it just hit compression there. So this thing, I bet you will run. The choke cable even works. Throttle cable's moving. I do believe I just have a battery problems. So, let me get up here. It's definitely been locked in high range for a long time. So let me get up here. I'll try putting some power to the starter now and see what she does. At least be nice to hear this thing wheel over once. I should probably get some carb cleaner and just spray in there and put power to the coil and just see what happens. But you know, we'll do this old manual style. Alright, I got you guys propped up on the trailer there. Let's just see what happens now. It's been charging for a while I've been monkeying with this. So yeah, I just need more battery power. So I might dig through my pile and maybe that other battery was good and not this one. Plus side does turn over now. So, because I'm wondering if that's all 50 amp from the charger. That's a good way to burn up a charger and a starter, cranking it over without enough cranking power. Let's see what this is saying. Not saying it's good, but I trust that about as far as I could throw it. You guys know how that goes. So anyhow, that's only a 230 cranking amp battery. So I could go back and steal the battery out of the Pro 12 and put in this. I don't really have any plans to use either one of those. Jumper cables off the Yanmar. Jumper cables off the electric start cart. Okay, I got options, Kowalski. Let me start trying some things here. Alrighty guys, this thing's been sitting here for a little while, charging. I put a different battery in it, which isn't the best battery either. Got my jump box on here too, so anyhow, I took the air cleaner off, dumped a little bit of gas in it. Let's just see if it'll hit once. Okay. We ain't got enough battery power. That's it. I'm going for the big guns and the jumper cables. I'll be back. Okay, take 99. Should be with way more power. Okay, that should suffice. I'm going to assume we don't have spark. Let me go get a spark tester and we'll double check that. Since it didn't fire with gas right down the carb of the throat, or the throat of the carb, you know. Testing for spark. Take one. So we have weak spark. So why do we have weak spark? Points, you guys thinking? Or does it not have enough power to the coil? No, wait a minute. Because right there is a ground wire. Wait a cotton picking minute here. What is going on with this wiring? Okay, hold on. Let me undo this and see what is going on. Because something is weird here. Okay, upon further inspection here, it's pulling power from the hour meter. And the hour meter is clicking. So that is good. But the thing I'm seeing weird. Oh, okay. Right here's the power. Okay, so the hour meter gets power from the coil. Alright, I had it backwards, so my apologies. This black wire here is the power wire. So I'm going to assume it has decent power there. And it's probably more than likely the points. Which, obviously, as you guys can tell, I haven't monkeyed with that yet. So let me get a screwdriver here and pop the points cover off. And see what we're dealing with down in there. So, like that, I'll turn the battery charger down off a nuclear. We'll go down to 10. Okay. There's a screwdriver right in there, but I can't reach it from here. Per usual. Okay, behind door number 1, found lots of rust in the points cover. Like about that much. And we have a spider nest and what looks like oxidized points. So, I'll go get me a piece of sandpaper and I'll take this screwdriver and dig out this here spider nest. Because that will be interesting if you actually got this thing to run. You would probably get this spider nest to catch on fire if it got hot enough. It's probably not a bad idea just to clean the points. Well, actually, you know, you probably ought to clean the points regardless of how long it's set. But, you know, some of us rebels out here, we, we don't practice what we preach, and we just go for broke and see what happens. Normally when you do that kind of stuff, you get one of two options. Either it goes really good or really bad. So, there we go. So anyhow, like I said, let me clean these points and see if we get this thing to fire once. I really don't expect it to stay running because I really... Actually, you know what? Hey, the fuel shut-off was shut off in this thing. Now she might get some petrol down to her, huh? This carb might be good then. Okay, well I turned the fuel shut-off on now and we'll see if it magically starts running on its own. I don't have high hopes, but let's clean them points, see what happens, guys. Okay, extra parts. And the point screws are both in the air cleaner cover. Remember that for me, guys. Alright guys, well, let's see what happens. We actually have spark now. At least we should. Got a little bit of gas in there. Okay, let's see what happens. Should hopefully run and die. So, here we go. Sweet. Exactly what I wanted. It spit all the rust and dust out. Which would spit out some interesting looking stuff there. Get the key off. Give her a little more gas. I'm actually going to stand out of the road where the flywheel is throwing stuff here. So don't throw it in my eye. It's all fun and games. So you'll get it in your eye. Nice to get this in a place. Turn the key back on. Jump box is power supply for engine oil. So I'm thinking that's what it did. We had no spark. Why? I don't know. Must have blew the fuse or something. I don't know. See what happens here. Offhand? I think we lost connection down there. Now let's see what it does. Okay, it cranks again. Why does it no run? Flooded or no gas? Flooded or no gas? My assumption is no gas. I think I cranked it enough. Okay. Take 937. Sustained run, hopefully. Okay, so it's getting fuel to the carb, it's running on it, and the float is sticking. Well, let's see if it's just stuck once. Okay, float is definitely not working. But it will run on its own, I think. Okay, I shut the fuel off here, so... Yep, okay. Acts like it ain't got no gas. Maybe none of that crap that's in there is burnable. I don't know. See what happens now. Well, I know to run. Really? It didn't have enough gas? I find that hard to believe. Okay, open the choke up just a hair. I think my battery's run down. One more try here tonight, guys. And pretty much, if I can't get it to start and run here, I'll just have to mess with it another day. Give her a good healthy dose of gas there. Charger's on. See what happens. As soon as you got the gas on it, it starts running out of here. I'll set this throttle up just a hair. Smoking, but it's flooded something terrible right now. Here it starts to catch back up. get this carburetor fixed, this will be a good tractor. It would be nice to get it running one more time here and see if it actually moves. Have neglected that this whole time. Okay, so let's see what we can do there. I don't know if I really want to do this again. Give her a little dose of good gasoline. I think it will move. Reverse needs adjusted though. So let me monkey with this a little bit more. Found all I have to do is open the fuel just a hair and it is flooded. Maybe the key is giving a little bit of fresh fuel. Seems like it gets that old fuel to burn. Know everything will work here, so since I knocked my jump box and everything off, I think we'll probably just call it a night there, and I'll pull this carburetor off the next time I get a chance and see what happens. Now the key switch is working all of a sudden. Yeah, must just be bad battery connections up here. Anyhow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Next time maybe we'll actually drive it off the trailer. I can't really drive it off the trailer here anyhow. Poor planning. What are you gonna do? It does run though.